seconds for it to get to you.
Sounds good. I like that it just shoots it out to YouTube. I think that's really good.
Did it open it in a new tab?
Sure. Did it?
It did. Okay.
No, it did not.
Okay, so I'm going to have to edit that.
Hey, see you! You guys are so handsome.
Uh-huh.
And you're wearing a great t-shirt.
Right? Okay, Megan, will you close, or will you go back to the website and click live stream test again, please?
I sure will, but then I don't get to look at your face anymore.
You sure will. You'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm hoping it'll open in a new tab or a new window for you now.
Okay. Nope, same tab.
Really?
Yep. I can see you talking that conversation that we had a few minutes ago.
Right?
Let me try again.
It's set to open in a new window. You see that right here?
Open a new window, yes.
Okay. Save. Maybe refresh the page?
Okay. Doing it. Page ooh, new tab. Hot lady dog. Love it. I love everything about it. I honestly, genuinely prefer this because then we don't have to tell people, like, try to open this in YouTube.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the live stream page altogether.
Okay.
I'm going to rename livestream test livestream. And I'm going to drag it in between register and answer forms, right?
Perfect. I just saw you guys clapping. Also, you'll notice, I was playing today, just in case this like freaks you out. I was playing today and created a test under the shop local. It just gave me some place to bury something that wasn't like right on the main thing.
Oh, okay.
And it's hidden from view.
Yeah.
So nobody can see it.
Oh yeah, it's shaded out for us, but we can still see it.
You can see it on the back end, but you can't see it on the regular end.
That's really cool to know, so we can build things down there. Because I also have things down in the not linked that people could get there if they had the right URL. So like that's where, if we wanted to have an event pricing page sometime, we could put it down there.
Which, by the way, this is a different thing, but I think I was looking at our subscription level today because I was trying to figure out if they offer anything for tables, and they apparently don't. And then I was trying to figure out other things. I think we could set up subscriptions now. So if we wanted to do whatever we talked about, $40 or whatever.
Is that because I upgraded for 1 month to try the Parabola?
Yes.
Oh, great. So we should definitely set up a subscription then.
I agree.
What is your deal? I know, yeah.
Her life is so hard, Megan.
She's so confused because it's not Thursday night, but we're up here.
I don't think we should do the subscription I feel like
No. That feels like maybe we added in... I
want to make sure we get that right. What?
That feels like maybe we added in January, after we've done a few weeks that are predictable and nice and working.
Or February, even.
I honestly think we could add it, like, next week if we want to. Let's just give ourselves a minute to make sure we're feeling good about the things.
I agree.
Okay. I'm super happy with how things are going. How about you guys? I feel confident about the scoreboard as long as, Andrew, we can go over Parabola stuff. And now I know how to get into that, so that's good. I can play with it and follow the tutorial.
Yes, all of those things. I want to make sure that our visuals still look good. Because when we switched, like, I had to rebuild the entire streaming
apparatus,
all of the slides for the streaming apparatus the way that I had to for Halloween, and I just want you to look at stuff and make sure it's making sense.
I will happily do that.
And I'm working on slides right now.
For tomorrow.
For tomorrow night,
I'm really excited about the rounds for tomorrow. Can we tell you what they are?
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to be...
Tomorrow is 12-3. We have a round that's 1, 2, 3. We give you the first 2 items in a set list, and you give us the third item in that ordered list.
That sounds adorable. I'm excited for it.
So, like, George Washington, John Adams. Come on.
We talked about
Jump.
doing a weekly meeting, right, on
Mondays, right?
Yep.
Do you want me to reach out to Carrie and see if she could do, like, how would you feel about saying, like, firm, half an hour?
I think she will be less likely to be available than we are because of her serving job.
Yep.
So she may be join when she can for an evening meeting. I'm not sure.
And by firm, I mean not more than 30 minutes.
Got it. Yes.
Like, holding to 30 minutes Mondays. And then it would be like, if there's anything outside of trivia we have to do, which is mostly us, but also just quick check-in if somebody can check in if we need to. I think we should ask her, and again, is this me? And I'm happy to do it if it is. We should ask her if she and I can take turns.
Will be the proofreader.
Yep. And that would be a place that, like, if something needs to change or we need to check in about anything, we could do it.
Right.
But we could get on kind of a regular. It's sort of 2 asks for her. One, would she be willing to do that, like, trade off fact checking with me?
Right.
And 2, if there were, and we can maybe put it this way: if there are things that, like, she's doing fact checking wise or otherwise that, like, she needs to chat about with us, could she join us on Monday nights if she needs to chat with us?
Yep.
Okay. Should I ask her these things?
That would be lovely if you're up for it.
Yep, I can do it.
If you are not, I get it.
I can do it.
Okay. In the template, we also need to make it C&C
build a
Trivia.
table from scratch and embed code into the coded table. Yet. But I can talk to Carrie.
Excellent. Okay, are you looking at the live stream?
I'm looking at so many live streams, actually. I just clicked on it again just for fun. And I'm behind you guys. So I'm seeing C&C Trivia, Decorah, Iowa, December 3rd, 2020.
That's what we're looking at too. Okay, so I'm going to start clicking ahead. That's still, the okay factor still fits. Honor system still works. Prize we need to update to be 2 free weeks of trivia for the first 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
And then after that, we were going to do a gift card plus a free week.
Yes.
Oh, so this week is just 2 free?
2 free weeks of trivia.
Okay.
Yep.
I can update that.
Can I make a request right now
Yeah.
at this point? So, the okay factor, I will still send emails on, like, Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, encouraging people to register their teams, encouraging people to play. I would love it if we could remove saying the name of the musician from the Thursday email, because that is the only thing I have to edit on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. And that's not...
That way, like, we could still change up language so it doesn't get as buried in people's whatever. But this will just make that would be nice. So if I could take that out, and if we could just if you guys wanted throughout the slideshows site or whatever is or just make sure you say or whatever.
Yep, I wonder if we need to put their information in the YouTube description.
I think that's a great idea. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. That will help. I can then actually, I think I can get in a habit then of scheduling these, because also he won't be adding as many emails, and I need to do some playing with MailChimp. Because emails are now adding automatically, they don't get tagged. They just come in.
Oh, good. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's great that they just come in, but I think I may need to change and just like send to our entire universe. And then if we at some point have, so far our special event stuff, we've sort of said we're just adding these people to our email list, like that's the way it goes. If we at some point do special events where like we make an agreement that we will not email people outside of, we won't incorporate their email addresses into our marketing, I'll just have to figure out how we want to handle that, because I think it's easier for me just to email our whole universe rather than tag things.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know how to update the description now that it's live.
I'm not super stressed about this. I think honestly at this point we repeat the same sets of people.
Oh, there we go.
And folks know where we promo, who we're promoing, and where they could learn who's playing music if they're not sure. But did you figure it out while I was saying I'm not sure it's a huge deal?
I did.
Okay.
And I think you are right that it's not a big deal. And also, I think it's probably a not big deal to include it either.
I wonder if we can delete the chat, because I just chatted just to see I chatted the link to see what would happen.
Okay.
And it went in.
So is that because we're managers now, so we can add links to the chat?
Sure can.
Oh.
Yep.
Danger.
It's a really good idea, especially this week. And so, but I'm sorry if I contaminated the chat now.
Meh.
It got deleted out.
Or it hasn't shown up yet.
From my perspective, it's not there.
Is it because you restarted?
It's not showing me that it was rejected. Let me just... I'm refreshing to see what happens here.
Because then you could always add another thing to the chat and just see if it shows up. Just like a smiley face or something.
Yeah, will you type something else?
Sure. Yep. Smiley face is in there, but my happy face...
Yeah, we just...
I see the happy face. I don't see the link. Will you paste the link in there now?
Yeah, I'm going to try logging in differently. I'm going to try coming in from
like your work email?
No, from the C&C account.
So what I have to do, Megan, even if you're still in the stream as yourself, if you click on your name and then the channel that you're managing, it'll give you the manager rights. It won't give them to you if the channel isn't checked.
I've already been through though. I'm just looking. I accepted the manager.
Oh, absolutely. No, this isn't accepting the manager email. This is in the drop down where you would switch accounts. You also have to put a check next to the channel to have those rights turned on.
Check next to the channel.
So
You're saying Carrie and I need to essentially switch into the. Yep, I see what you mean. I totally see what you...
So I'm not saying that you have to switch to the Courtyard and Cellar Trivia one. But like on mine, under amellingson@gmail.com, it now has C&C Trivia as a channel listed there.
Yep.
And I have to have a check mark next to that. I can be logged in as courtyardcellartrivia@gmail.com, but I don't have to be.
The only way I can get to accounts and check marks is if I go to switch accounts.
Yep. And then...
And now, then functionally, I'm in the account as courtyardcellar@gmail.com.
Okay. I just dragged my drop-down menu over, so it should pop up on the live stream in just a minute, because I want you to see what I'm seeing, at least. To see if it's the same as what you're seeing. Okay. It should be appearing shortly.
Okay.
Did I appear?
It has not yet, but I'm sure it will.
Maybe not.
What is annoying is that I'm not seeing the show. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I might get it. I just...
So my version of the live stream now has me with my hands on my head and my YouTube dragged over the slides.
I'm getting trivia will begin soon.
Oh, what happens if you hit play?
Here we go. I got it now.
Okay. So under my Switch accounts, I have courtyardcellartrivia@gmail.com. I have andrew.ellingson@decora.k12. I have amellingson@gmail.com, and under amellingson, it has both Andrew Ellingson and C&C Trivia. As two separate things. Do you see that?
Yeah, mine does not.
Okay. That's
Let me just...
bizarre.
When I change between these, this is when I get logged out, like I get away from what we're currently doing, but let me just check again. Yeah, if I check, like, I have the option of courtyardcellartrivia.com, but it switches me to the Courtyard and Cellar account. Like,
okay.
I can't just...
Weird. That's cool.
So...
Okay.
Which is fine, because I'm in here now, and...
Yep.
You can see that. Right?
What?
I just put www.cctrivia.com.
Yep, I can see it. But it's not a live link.
No, I wonder if I can do a live link.
I feel like I have done them before.
I think you have. Let me just try. Because I literally typed that in. Oh,
sure.
There we go.
There you go.
That's live link.
Awesome.
I'm also now deleting these messages.
And it doesn't delete them. It says they are restricted.
Ooh, that's creepy. Does it say that for anyone, or is that just us?
I would guess it says it for anyone. Are you logged in as Courtyard Cellar Trivia, or are you logged in as Eric Nels
I
Hopkins?
was logged in as Courtyard Cellar Trivia, but now I'm looking as me.
Um,
Nope, it just disappeared.
Wow.
Now I just deleted my smiley face. What does that say? Does that say message restricted?
It
or
does.
Does it just disappear?
It says message restricted. How about I type something new and... Or let's have Eric type something and you delete it, and let's see what happens.
I delete it or Eric deletes it?
You delete it
there, it just showed
as
up.
the Courtyard and Cellar Trivia, because he typed as Eric.
I
Oh, interesting.
So it doesn't let you delete me because I'm one of the managers?
Yep, but I bet if you logged in from your Luther account.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, if I was on my work laptop.
You delete yourself.
Yeah, I can remove it. I just retracted it.
I just logged in as myself, and I do not see retracted.
Interesting. Do you see any of the anythings, though?
There's nothing there.
We also haven't left any messages sitting there to know if stuff that wasn't deleted shows. Like, can you only see the live chat back to when you logged in?
When I did this before, and I left other stuff from the other account, I could see what was there from before I logged in.
Okay.
So I think we're in good shape. We also know how to post links, like they have to be linked links. They're not going to link themselves. Like an email will often
hyperlink it?
Link a live link, and you need to link the link for it to be a live link.
That's a lot of links.
I am wondering, the only person who replied to the email about anything grading related was Nick, and he sent it as a text, so it wouldn't go reply all, and he was like, my personal preference would be to keep things the way they are and give us free registration. That seems the most, it wasn't like meaningful to our team, but the most impactful or something like that.
Okay.
So I think I will send an email yet tonight to that whole crew again and just say, hi all, I only heard back from a couple of you, but the general consensus was this seems like the way to go. So your discount code from henceforth will be greater or something like that. Your team's discount code for free registration.
I think that sounds great.
It feels a little less clean.
Yeah.
But
how many different teams are represented?
3.
Does that count mine? Because I'm going to make them pay.
It does not count yours. It counts Chris Hadley when he plays. It counts Mike Babine-Denon when he plays. And then it counts all of the rest of them as sexy neighbors.
Excuse me. But doesn't Nick and Kaya play on their own team?
Oh, they're not sexy neighbors?
Mm-mm. They're face mask singers or whatever.
Okay, so then 4.
So it's $60 a week.
Yeah, so I guess what I'd say is this. I think I'm okay with that temporarily, but I think over time it'd be nice to reduce the number of graders if the number of teams, it stays the same.
Yep, okay.
How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah. Yep, I feel like short term we keep things close to the way they are, and in a month we revisit it and make changes if we want to.
I'm all about not upsetting the apple cart and not doing too many changes at once, so I say we keep doing things as much as we can to keep it the same and to keep people coming back. And then if things get bigger, get smaller, we can adjust accordingly.
Yep.
Because my biggest worry is just alienating people. Like, I don't want to drive people away if we do something wrong or too many things differently in a short period of time.
I think that makes sense, and I think we've got a minute here before. I think over time, if we don't grow, we don't need as many graders as we have.
That's true.
That much, like that's a real expense.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I'm with Eric. I think that's something we should reevaluate. Like, frankly, right around Christmas. Like, I think that's enough time to try it and see what happens.
Yep. Now, if we consistently have 40 teams playing at $15 a pop, that puts us at $600 a week coming in. So 60 is 10%. That's a chunk.
That's a big that's a
Yeah,
big.
that makes sense.
It's a 10% loss.
Okay. So then we've got the questions.
Yeah, but it makes a difference. Like if we were bringing in $1,000 a week,
Then $60 feels like nothing
right?
if it's out of that extra 400. Are you still there, Megan?
I am. And that sounds good to me.
Okay. Okay, so we have questions. I'm going to zoom ahead to some of the second round ones that have... Oh, images aren't in there. Third round has images in there, though. These look great, honey.
Thanks.
Can we zoom in on that one so they can actually read Bedford Falls?
Yeah.
So, Andrew, can I ask you? I'm in Parabola.
Yep.
Can I ask you
Yeah.
how
Please.
many runs do we have with our $4 a month? Do we have
We
a
have
month?
50 runs a month, which gets us 4 Thursdays, which is the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, and the 31st. I think this month we may have to bump up to the $16 a month just for the first month so we can do as many test runs as we want to.
Yeah, because I'm testing right now.
Excellent.
Because I renamed something to make the VLOOKUP work well, which I now noticed that made it error here. So I'm glad I did that. And then also seeing how it works with the team names now, which interestingly, it puts all in one. It still puts all in one column. Even though I made it 2.
Right, because I haven't gone in and recoded what's being split and how it's being split.
Okay. Do you want to do that, or do you want me to?
Well, I'm curious if we need to.
Well,
If we're gathering the information in 2 columns and it's appearing in one column, does that matter?
it does if you want to take this and put it in MailChimp. That's why we wanted it in 2.
Right.
So
Okay. Yep.
that's not a Thursday night thing. That's an overtime thing. Which actually it wouldn't suck to have it in this document because that limits the things I need to do in my processes. But
Right.
I could download that because now it downloads an Excel from Squarespace in 2 columns.
Okay.
It's just an extra step I would have to, because weekly what I'll plan to do on Fridays, I will take all these names and I will add them to MailChimp in case we don't already have them.
Yep. We are not collecting zip code anymore. Is that okay?
I don't think we need it.
That was only when it was going to be to build a concert list for Courtyard and Cellar, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to have to fight with Parabola and figure out which of these circles has to be edited and how.
Do you want me to work on that tomorrow? That is a really just for me thing. Like, that will just ultimately make my life easier on the email marketing side of things. So
Sure.
I'm happy to do that fighting.
Does this make sense how it works?
Yeah.
In the flow, editing the flow?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Okay.
think
This must be something that you have very different experience in life than I do for it to just make sense. It took so long for me to figure out.
I mean, I'm gonna need to
Tinker and play.
tinker and play and dig into it, but I feel like I can. Thank you for getting this set up. And like I just have.
I'm sorry, Megan. Pause. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Andrew's choking.
I'm sorry, buddy.
He swallowed wrong or something.
Okay. Go back to you're gonna need to tinker and play.
That's it. Like I'm just gonna need to tinker and play, but at the moment, like what I'm talking about is the thing that will make my life easier ultimately. Right now, what we have is it says 2 credits to run. Is that a problem?
It shouldn't be 2 credits to run. It should only be 1.
It says 2 credits to run.
Because it. 1 credit gets 500 lines of data.
It says 2 credits to run.
I understand that. I'm confused, is what I'm trying to say.
I hear you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. It says 4 out of 50 run credits used.
Oh, it has used. It failed at 7:57 when you tried to run it because the columns aren't named.
I see. So it's saying that it took 2 credits to run this one that it just did because it failed one of the times.
Maybe.
I'm guessing that's what's happening.
Yep. But the scoreboard now has all those teams on there.
Awesome.
So are those, is that just a test, or are those actual teams that are...
No, those are teams.
Signed up for tomorrow night.
But look at that. Sweet Corn Appreciation Society is on there twice. Testing is on there twice.
Okay. So that's good to know. And I mean, that's not that hard for me to fix. I can delete it.
But it's going to keep putting it in there every 10 minutes.
Yeah, so let me go back.
I'm going to let you play with this tomorrow.
I'm going to play with it. I'll figure it out.
I mean, run as many runs as you need to run, is my take. Run. Spending an extra $12 to have a system that automates something that's a pain in the ass feels...
And not doing this while we're live on
lower
camera.
stakes than $15 for a grader. It's unnecessary. Like right now, it almost feels like we're in the spend money to make money category.
Breaking
news.
news.
And luckily it's not crazy money.
Right, exactly.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Okay. What else then?
Round 2 is all about butterflies for Andrew's aunt, whose birthday is tomorrow.
Aww.
And she loves butterflies, and she has a non-profit organization in Honduras that gives scholarships to needy women, and it's called La Beca, which is the Spanish word for butterfly.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Was it just that one t-shirt, honey, that's not big enough?
Yeah, I think so.
And then the third round is all Christmas t-shirts that refer to a movie. A Christmas movie.
Ooh.
So you get the t-shirt, and then you have to choose from a list of movies which movie it's from.
And we're giving you the list of Entertainment Weekly's top 20 Christmas movies of all time, 10 of which are represented in the round.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's 10 extra.
I'm going to go ahead and stop streaming at this point, because my computer sounds like a spaceship.